Good morning and welcome to another edition of CW50 Street Beat. I'm your host, Amir Makupson. You know, widowhood is one of the most distressing and difficult experiences of life. At the Fred Astaire Dance Studio, 4 widows have found comfort, camaraderie, and a way out of the darkness through dance. Here to tell us why dance can help, how it can build confidence, connection, and family amongst widows, and for all who try it, it's going to be something that's pretty exciting. Barb Stawick is here, and Evan Mountain. Welcome to Street Beat. It's good to have you here.
Glad to be here.
You know, Barb, I have a question here. It's such a stupid question. It's like, how did you feel? You lost your wife and son, and
my husband and son.
I'm sorry, your husband and son. Can you tell us just a little bit about that?
Yes, our son had a lung infection and passed away in March of 14, and you know, you just don't want to lose a 42-year-old son. Left 3 children, lovely wife. And then shortly after that, my husband, who had been battling leukemia, you know, it reoccurred, and we lost him in December.
Tough days, really tough days.
Yes, it was very heartbreaking, very tough. Mm-hmm.
Did you decide at some point, I'm not going to keep looking back, I'm going to look forward?
Yes, I did.
How did that happen?
I think part of it happens to be my nature, but I knew that I had to get on with life. I do have a job that I enjoy tremendously, which was great to get back to. I was closing my husband's law practice, which is a lot of work, but I needed something else, and I knew that I needed something to get my joy back, and I needed to find something.
And that's where Evan came in. Now, this is really strange. Find your way out through dance. I think it's a wonderful idea. How does it work? Why does it work?
Well, I think part of it is that when people come into dance, you know, they've always enjoyed dancing, or they've seen it and they want to come in. The interesting part is that they find more than just the physical activity of moving around the dance floor. They find that they're actually bonding with somebody, especially with our type of dancing, with ballroom and social dancing. You're making a connection. You can't help but, you know, have a safe, fun, physical connection with somebody because you are dancing around the floor together, interacting. And so from that, you start making friendships with other people, other students that are there, and making bonds there. It's amazing in the last 10 years that we've owned our studio that we've seen this continually happen. Groups of students that come in become friends, and where they would not have really met each other outside of, you know, our studio.
I've passed your studio 100 times,
yeah.
And you know, here's the thing, and I mean no disrespect. Yeah. Today, ballroom dancing today, our people are still interested in it, obviously.
Oh, it's growing. It really is growing. It's tremendously growing. And a lot of it has to do with the dancing shows that are on television. But as people see that, and they see the show and the popularity, and then they see other individuals at weddings or at different events dancing, they realize, well, they'd like to try it.
Yeah.
But the hard part is getting somebody to come in, take that first step. It's because it's pretty scary.
It is. Is this a special program for widows, or is this everybody you just blend into the...
No, we just come in. And
you
it
just come
happened
in?
that there were a number of us in the last year or so that decided to join.
How did you even hear about it?
I was familiar with it. I also had a friend in one of the grief support groups that I attended right after my husband died, and she mentioned it. She said that her husband and she had had a great time out there, and it was something that I thought I'd want to try to do, but it was certainly outside of the box for me. I was quite apprehensive when I walked into the studio, but quickly, you know, the first thing is Marwan Attar, who is the professional who is working with me, took me around and introduced me to everybody. And I was sort of overwhelmed by that. It was, you know, everybody was so nice, and he just kept bringing you along, you know, come to group, come to dances on Fridays. And before long, you're there every day.
See, it makes you smile. Yes,
it does.
That's the whole thing. You mentioned the word professional. These are not just people who dance, they are dancers.
They're professionals.
Yeah, they're professional dancers, my instructors. They not only have to be great dancers themselves, but they have to be great, more importantly to me, they have to be great teachers and understand our students and understand how they learn so that they can progress and learn easily. So.
And then you have people like Barb who smile and talk, and that's got to be good for a lot of people.
We try to make our studio a very friendly, family, safe place for people to come to.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So anybody who's interested, all they have to do is give you a call. They can get involved and they can
oh, absolutely.
start having a good, safe, fun time.
Absolutely. Yeah, we've got a lot of different programs that are available, but usually the hardest is for somebody to make that call.
Okay, well, I want to thank you both. You're going to stay with us. We're going to talk a little bit more about it. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much.
It's refreshing to see you and talk to you and hear what's going on. Thanks for sharing it with us. So if you would, your story is very inspiring. When we return, we'll have another widow to join us and share her life-changing ballroom dance story when Street Beat returns. It's such a great idea. Thank you for staying with us. We're talking about how ballroom dancing is helping widows heal after a loss. Now, joining us, along with the Fred Astaire Dance Studio owner, Evan Mountain, is Uda Shalop. She's a Bloomfield resident who lost her husband about 8 years ago. They were owners of Pet Supplies Plus. And I'd like to welcome you to Street Beat and welcome you back. Uda, you have had a loss. It's terrible. Can you just give us a little overview?
Well, when Harry passed away, it was like part of my life is missing. And it went on quite some time. First couple of years, nothing. And then started traveling a little bit until a friend of mine called and she said, you know, there's a promotion at Fred Astaire. You want to go dancing? Come on, let's go. And I've been there ever since.
And that was obviously one of your better decisions.
That was the best decision.
How so? How has it helped you?
I found a new love, if that makes sense. It helped me mentally and physically, and definitely lost some weight from sitting around so much. And it's a new beginning for me, even though it's been 8 years. Everybody deals with it differently. And
well, see, that's the thing. I think we learn how to get around it because we have to, but you never get over it. And there's a void that's just never filled. What an exciting idea that had never occurred to me, a dance studio where you meet people, you have fun, you dance, you, like you say, a mental connection and physically you're feeling better. It's just a wonderful idea. I would think that your studio, Evan, should be jam-packed now. When
it's busy. It has grown quite a bit, and it is interesting, you know, as people come in and they realize there's more benefits to dancing than just the physical movement around the floor. You know, the stress relief they have, the friendships that they make that they would have never imagined they would have made until they come in and try it. So.
And everybody's comfortable. Everybody just kind of does their thing.
And from the moment I walked in, it was just a different feeling like, okay, I found a spot.
Well, you must have thought, I can't believe this.
I always loved to dance anyway. With my husband, we always dance. It was a social dancing, so it's a bit different here. But no, I think it's
also,
great.
I understand that there are all kinds of special events. I mean, you don't just go to class.
No, here's one of the things that we do is that we believe Fred Astaire Dance Studio has been around for 69 years, and we've found that the fastest way for somebody to learn is to combine private lessons with the group lessons, which we offer free every night to our students, and then dance parties once a week. And so doing those three different elements, you're going to learn dancing so much faster. And that's what we try to do, is get our students involved, and then through that they start making friends, they start learning how to dance, which is the important part, but they are really enjoying themselves and forgetting about whatever might have happened in their lives.
And that could be anything.
That could be anything.
Is there an age range?
You know, honestly, when I've been asked that before, our general age range is anybody now, let's say, in their mid-30s and above. But we teach children. We've taught children how to dance, and we teach, you know, just about everybody. It's pretty amazing how it's grown.
Kids difficult or easy? Or?
Well, kids are actually easy. It's for ballroom dancing, and they learn so much faster. It's amazing to us. It's unfortunate. You know, I wish I'd started when I was younger, but, you know, kids learn so quick.
You know, I made a comment to you before the cameras came on, and I said, I remember Michael Jackson making a statement that if somebody asked him who was the greatest dancer who ever lived, and he said Fred Astaire.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I was watching an old movie, and it was just, it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing.
He's still considered one of the best dancers ever, and he's inspired so many other dancers. The sad part is that younger generations now, they don't know who they are, you know, who he is.
Right.
So, but, you know, we're trying to help that, so.
Yeah, and apparently you're doing a good job. So have you, some of your friends come with you sometimes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My partner business partner started working in the dance studio, brought her husband.
Right.
She's there. And everybody enjoys it.
That's so nice. And sometimes, you know, the problem is meeting people. How do you meet people? And that is such a wonderful, friendly way to do it.
It is a safe, friendly way to do it. And that's, you know, so many people feel uncomfortable going to a bar because you don't know what you're going to meet. We know, my wife and I...
That's the last thing you need to do.
Exactly. My wife and I know everybody that comes into our studio. We make sure everything's very safe and that everybody's, you know, friendly and they fit. Or otherwise, they're not at our studio. So.
Okay, so if we're not good dancers and we don't have any particular reason, we're still invited to come see what's happening.
Absolutely. Everybody should come in. At least take that first step. That's the hardest step in dance, is that first step into the studio.
Okay, Evan, thank you. And it's good to hear your story. I'm really happy to hear it. Keep dancing.
Oh, I am.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, if you'd like more information about this wonderful program, go to the website that you see on your screen. You'll be happy you did. Coming up, how the gift of life can save a life when Street Beat continues.